Hello everyone, welcome to Topper IS. So as part of our daily series, today also we'll be discussing a particular topic from the mains point of view. Okay, so let's get started then. So today we have picked up a issue, research and development. So question comes, why did we pick up the issue? See, because if you already read the newspaper, in today's Hindu paper, you see that UNESCO's report, UNESCO science report, which talks about the status of R&D in India. So that's why we thought of discussing the particular issue and linking. Where do you link it in the syllabus? So it is related to paper 3, Indian economy, and issues related to planning, mobilization of resources, growth, development, and employment. Okay, so economy, you always want to grow, you want to see the growth of an economy. So R&D helps in the growth of economy. So to achieve that, you need to mobilize resources for R&D also. Money is, financial support is very important. So with along with the R&D, so whatever the outcome, innovation products that all comes, that will help in development, like better the service delivery, and also generate employment. So like e-commerce entities, because of innovation, n number of job opportunities have been created, right? So these are all the linked. So in paper 3 it is linked, and again also linked to sustainable development goals. So actually it is a sustainable development goal 9, it is not 6. So what the sustainable development goal 9 says, building resilient infrastructure, promote inclusive and sustainable industrialization, and foster innovation. So how do you foster the innovation? You foster the innovation by promoting R&D activities. Okay, so this is how you can link it in the syllabus. So let's get started then. What is R&D? So R&D is a tool, okay, in the hands of the businesses for growing and improving. And what they do exactly in R&D is they will research the market, and they will understand the customer needs. Okay, then they come out with, once they understand the customer needs, they will come up with a new and improved products. So this is what happens in R&D. So this is possible because when they are researching the market, they are able to come out with a powerful knowledge and get the new insights, ideas. So that ideas will be used and practically implemented through coming up with the new and improved products. Okay, so this is the R&D, and the businesses which are having R&D are going to have a greater success when you compare to businesses which do not are investing in research and development. Okay, then so a number of positives outcomes because of R&D. So innovation, so innovation is innovating, practically implementing the ideas. So the insight that you get because of researching the market and all. And productivity is nothing but output, so greater number of output. So you already know industrial revolution resulted in mass production, right? So this was possible because of innovation in the technology, coming up new engines, steam engines, power generation, that led to greater production output. So obviously R&D leads to productivity, efficiency also. So effective use of resources takes place because of technology. See, only when you have a right technology, then only resources, something which is there in the nature becomes resource, right? So if you do not use the available resources, that is inefficient use. So because of technology, which is a result of R&D, you also get to make efficient use of available resources, right? For example, solar energy, we have a significant of solar sunlight here, but only if you have a technology, only then you can harness it, right? So those all things come here. Then competitive advantage, yes, the output, the product that is developed is of lower cost. Why? Because of greater productivity, greater efficient use of resources, right? So the cost of product goes down, so that gives a competitive advantage compared to your competitors. The moment you are having a competitive advantage, it also boost your exports, right? So exports, because whenever you have a lower price, right, lower price of the good, that becomes more competitive compared to the rival businesses, right? Then employment generation also takes place because of new jobs and all. E-commerce is an example. Then new ways of delivering services, yes, technology also makes it possible, R&D makes it possible. You see governance, e-governance, okay, that is a fine example, coming out with Aadhaar enabled services and all those. That is also possible because of initial, R&D activities only. Then greater profit, yes, because of efficiency, productivity, lower cost, and all these things, it adds to greater profit to the businesses as well. So a number of benefits that we have because of R&D. Then what is the thing that what stops businesses from conducting R&D? See, everything requires uh, certain resources. So R&D also requires significant amount of time, significant amount of money. So manpower is involved, time is consumed, and even money is being spent on the R&D. So this is fine because we have a number of benefits because of R&D, we have seen. But problem arises when we do not get particular outcome. Okay, so it is not guaranteed that we will success. So see, for example, satellites are there, we launch satellites, right? ISRO launches, and most of the times we are successful, but sometimes there is failure of satellites also, right? So that doesn't mean we should stop, but same is the case with R&D also. There is no guarantee that we will success. So one, if you do not success, there is obviously a loss of time and money. This makes it difficult for companies, particular smaller companies, to involve in R&D. Okay, so that is one thing, risk that is involved. Know this. So we will so that was with the general R&D. So status of R&D in India, UNESCO science report talks about what it says. Gross domestic expenditure on research has stayed at 0.7% of GDP for over years now. So it has stagnated. There is no improvement in the GDP, amount of money that is spent in the research activity. It says that Sustainable Development Goal 9, targeting industry, infrastructure, and innovation, it has seen a progress, but even after that, investment in the research remains unsatisfactory. It says it because of this, it is stagnant at 0.7% of GDP. Okay, and it substantiates with the various facts and things indicating a poor research in the R&D activity in nation. So one thing it says is 1990 it gives a fact of density of scientists or engineers engaged in R&D for 10,000 labor force. Okay, so in 1990 this indicator was at 10, and even today in 2018 it is just 11. Whereas you in countries like Japan, okay, and South Korea, it is more than 100 plus, 130, 180. So significant difference, right? So it gives this data. And apart from this, it also says other details like this R&D activity is very concentrated in few sectors only, not in all sectors. Very few sectors such as pharmaceuticals, automotive, and information technology. So it shows skewed growth of R&D in only particular sectors. And even in these industries, R&D, a very few number of small number of firms are involved in R&D, not all the firms. Okay, and again, one positive thing it says, there is increase in the scientific publications by Indian researchers on cutting edge technologies, such as biofuels and all. So it goes on to say the fact that from 80,000 to 1.61 lakhs in 2019 from 2011. So total number of publications have increased. But another negative thing it says is patenting by domestic corporations and entities, individuals, still remain low in India. So lack of awareness and all those things. So the significance of patent, even by current affairs news trips you are reading, and you are also reading a call for waiver, patent waiver on COVID vaccines and all, right? So there is a significant economic aspect to patents. So that is why R&D. So this is also a concern in India. So lack of awareness with respect to patents is what the report says. So it gives certain suggestions. What it says is India emerging market, growing economy. So MNCs are coming and investing here. They're setting up their bases and engaging in R&D. It is equally important that the benefits of all these things also are you are able to see that benefits in the Indian economy also, right? So what it says is it calls for policies, a policy that bridges and comes with the effective interaction between foreign and local research firms. So you bridge them together, so there is an interaction, and even local research firms get to know the new innovated things. And then you also bridge, link between startup ecosystems and manufacturers. Okay. So that is also been suggested. These are the two things that have been suggested. So you remember R&D, a general thing we have seen, but you see in paper 3 questions maybe with respect to particular sectors, be it pharmaceuticals or any MSMEs, okay, or be it any other industry or any economic activity that is there. See, in suggestions or in improvement, R&D will always be as a one point you can add to your answers if R&D is not directly asked. So it will always be a sub part of your answer. So giving R&D related facts will always add, weightage to your answers. So remember the facts that the report has quoted. So you can always make use of this point in most of the answers, economy related answers in paper 3. Okay. So that's it for today. You can also download the PDF of this document in the link that is shared below. Thank you.